play that shit.
Who you think you playing with? I won't show my hand, bitch. Niggas hang mad, envy me and I can't stand it. I was down bad, bitch.
Hey man, say man, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Quizzo, aka Quiz the Plug, man. I'm back on another banger, man. And today we got the best Larry Bird vs. Michael Jordan story ever told. If y'all know, these two y'all favorite players ever on this channel. Like my most viewed videos comes from Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. So I said, why not let's combine the two and check out this video, man. Let's see. I feel like it's probably like a trash talking story. Y'all know Bird and Jordan was like some crazy trash talkers, so I feel like it's gonna be like it's gonna be something about some trash talking or something. But like from doing my research, I seen that Michael Jordan has never beat Bird in a playoff series. I think Bird is like 6-0 against Jordan in the playoffs. I was like, that's crazy. Cause a lot of y'all got Larry Bird, y'all go over Jordan because of things like that. I'm like, I've never heard somebody put Larry Bird over Jordan, but I mean, you gotta have good reasons. So before we start this video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Follow all my social description down below, and let's get into this banger.
NBA Hall of Famer James Worthy, who played against both Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, said, "I'd much rather play against Michael Jordan than Larry Bird. Jordan made you look slow, but Bird made you look stupid."
Y'all love to say this quote when y'all be when I say bring up this quote when I be like Jordan better than Bird. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, but this quote, Jordan's still better than Bird. Like,
look, I'm not here to convince you that Larry Bird is better than Michael Jordan.
okay,
I'll just present to you the facts and let the NBA legends who actually played against both of them tell you what they think.
People always ask me who's the hardest player I've ever had to guard. And there was Michael Jordan, George Gervin, the late, great Mike Mitchell. I mean, so many players. I always say Larry Bird. And I say this for the reason because when Michael passed the basketball, he kind of hung on his shorts and he sit off to the side. With Larry, when he passed the basketball is when he became more dangerous. He was either setting a pick, coming off a pick, catching the ball, passing the ball. So he was the one you always had to stay attentive to the whole 24 seconds of that offense.
that's Michael Cooper. But I guess I guess he's saying that Larry off-ball movement is what make him better. I mean, that makes sense. Larry definitely had better off-ball movement than Jordan. You know, Bird always backdoor cutting, setting screens, just like he was saying. So that makes sense.
Played for the Celtics, and you know what? Oh, he was gonna get an offensive rebound. He was gonna do something to help his team have the best chance of scoring at that point. So I always say as him, he didn't need the basketball to affect the game.
To the untrained eye, Michael Jordan was light years better than Larry Bird, simply because his scoring numbers were better. But in actuality, it was much closer than that because Bird affected the game in so many ways.
Facts.
I saw Larry Bird one night in Phoenix. They were losing big time at the half, and they come out in the third quarter, and Larry did not take a shot, but dominated the game. He had 7 assists in the third quarter, and they came back and won the game. He could affect the game without taking a shot. Who else can you say that about to that degree? Nobody. Michael could never do that. Never. Michael had to have the ball.
Here's a
Dang, so this, like, bro, this is making the case for Larry Bird better than Jordan video? Like, dang. But what I was about to say is that, like, players like Larry Bird, Magic, LeBron, like, they can affect the game without having to score. See, Jordan, he can affect the game, like, on the defensive side without, like, that's not scoring. But, like, other than that, Jordan's not really affecting the game. Like, he's not passing, setting his teammates up to score. He's setting himself up. But that still doesn't make Bird better.
1986 magazine on the NBA. And remember, this is a league with Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Charles Barkley, Isaiah Thomas, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, and Dr. J.
God.
And in a league with all of these all-time great players.
So I see 3 top 5 players of all time right here. 4 including Bird. Kareem top 10. So like 5 top 10 players played in the 80s, 90s. You think about it, that's crazy, bro. Well, the 80s, because it's really the 80s stars. Even though, you know, Jordan and Barkley kind of dominated the 90s. Well, not kind of. Jordan did. Barkley did too. And Hakeem. So it's crazy. You think about it. It was really talented back then.
Players everyone agreed that Larry Bird was the best because in 1984, 1985, and 1986,
MVP.
Larry Bird won MVP back to back to back. And in the
wait, hold on. I ain't even gonna say that because I don't even know.
1986 playoffs, Larry Bird finally faced Michael Jordan head to head. And in game 1, Michael dropped a spectacular 49 points.
Easy.
But Larry Bird had an all-around game with 30 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals to lead the Celtics to a victory. By game 2, MJ had a revelation.
And this is game 2 of the best of 5.
Only thing is, I don't like what y'all is. Y'all like to use this all-around player argument with Larry Bird versus Jordan, but when we do LeBron versus Jordan, we say he a better all-around player. That argument don't work. That's the only thing I don't like about y'all about this debate. Because LeBron definitely a better all-around player than Jordan, but when y'all try to say Larry Bird that makes him better than Jordan, it's like, nah, you can't have it both ways.
First round action, and the Celtics will try to make it 2 in a row over the Bulls.
We really have to play a complete basketball game. I don't think one man can beat the Boston Celtics. I don't think one man can beat the Boston Celtics.
But he sure did try. Because Jordan turned on God mode and broke the record for the most points ever scored in a playoff game.
Lead in the first half of the game
That's that
against
tween
the Celtics
move.
Thursday. Jordan trying to fake Bird, can't do
That's
it.
one of my favorite Jordan moves.
Hits the jumper, but Bird played pretty well defensively against Jordan.
I know we started Dennis Johnson out on him, and then we went with Danny Ainge, myself, then Bill Walton, and we was trying to run him to help all the time, but he had his outside shot going so well that he really didn't need to penetrate that much.
Jordan hits it, 56 for Jordan, and that ties the Chicago Bulls all-time
56.
leader, Jordan, with 8 on the clock. Jordan ties the game.
Oh, boy.
63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
That's tough.
Oh, boy. Michael Jordan.
But it was an incredible playoff performance. I've never seen it before, and I had never seen it after. That wasn't Michael Jordan out there. It was God disguised as Michael.
But Larry Bird...
That's a crazy thing to say. The fact Larry Bird even said this, like, he know Michael Jordan better, bro. Like, as competitive as Larry Bird was, he know Michael Jordan is better.
Bird left with the most important statistic of all. The W.
But Larry Bird's team was, come on, bro. This Bulls team was literally just Jordan and nobody else. This was before or after Scottie got there. And Scottie was probably like a rookie around this time. So either way, Bird's team was like 10, 30 times better. All-time great team. Hella Hall of Famers. It's like, you can't, that Michael Jordan losing this series or this game doesn't matter. Because look at his team. And Jordan was like his second season.
10 on the clock. Bird, pick and roll, parry.
Like, if you switch Jordan and Bird, it's going to be the same result. Like, the Celtics will win and the Bulls will lose. Y'all switch teams.
Victory for the Boston Celtics to take a 2-0 lead over
This pink
Chicago in
lemonade,
their best of
blessing.
5.
Michael Jordan
Double
didn't
OT.
beat Larry Bird. You showed Michael Jordan going between his legs one time in the highlights, against Larry Bird. And that was the game he got 63.
That's when he dropped 63 on Bird. Yes.
But if memory serves me correct, they got swept. No, not
We all know Isaiah Thomas is a Jordan hater. Come on, bro. Let's be for real.
lost. They got swept. Okay.
Even though he dropped 63, we stepped all in his ass, did we not?
That's Robert Parrish.
Larry Bird went on to win his 3rd championship that year. And the following year, when Larry faced MJ in the playoffs, it happened again.
Side. Larry Bird against Banks, rubs him around a Perry screen, drives it down the lane, and
There's nothing Jordan can do, bro. Look at the teams.
Michael Jordan with 30 points in this game, so he was 30 or better in all 3 playoff games. Bird's got 31 in the game and 14 in the 4th quarter. Bullseye. Boston has kept it in good hands.
Damn, what the Who called this nigga? What the Yo, that 80s defense is crazy. They literally dig their claws in Larry Bird's neck.
The 4th quarter, it's been Bird, and that's about it.
That's crazy.
Final score in Chicago Stadium. The Boston Celtics sweep the Bulls out 105-94. Too much Celtic talent. Too much Celtic experience.
Exactly what he said.
For a Bulls team lacking in both areas.
Yes, Larry Bird in back-to-back years swept Michael Jordan in the playoffs. So if Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, but Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird, then what does that make Larry Bird?
Bro, that's not a good argument, bro. Larry Bird team was, come on, bro, it was levels to this. Larry Bird team was probably one of the greatest teams ever. And Jordan team was nothing. Like, come on, bro, it was literally just Jordan. But this gotta be the first time I ever heard somebody using winning against Jordan. Like, I've never heard somebody make the argument that Jordan was a loser against somebody. So this is an interesting argument that Jordan never beat Bird, so how can he be better? I mean, it's a valid take, but it's not at the same time. Cause look at the teams. This is before Jordan was, in the 90s Bulls teams. Before you had the great team. Now you put the 72-10 Bulls versus the Celtics, then it's a whole different story. I got Jordan winning this. Not easy, but come on, bro. Jordan is winning that.
Now, to be fair,
but in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Would the 72-10 Bulls beat any the best Celtics Bird team? What y'all think? Let me know in the comments.
At that point, Michael Jordan didn't have his best teammate ever, Scottie Pippen, yet. When Scottie Pippen arrived, the battles were closer and more intense. And later in the video, I'll let you see exactly what happened when Larry Bird faced a prime Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Because Larry Bird did something so miraculously impressive, no other man in the history of basketball can say they've done. But after Bird swept Jordan back-to-back years in the playoffs, that very next year in 1988, Michael Jordan had statistically the best season ever.
Facts.
Where he won the scoring title at 35 points per game,
Defense Player of the Year,
steals title, the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, the All-Star Game MVP, and the dunk contest.
That was definitely probably the greatest season ever. I can't even lie. Like, bro literally did everything that you could possibly do in a season. Like, and nigga got damn near every award that you would want to get. Like, that's OD.
Faced Larry Bird 4 times that year, and this is how it went. Game 1, tough battle. Bird wins. Game 2, MJ has a historic 50-point game to win by 10. Game 3,
he won that game. Okay. I was about to say, never mind.
To win by 10. Game 3, Larry's revenge. After that previous loss, I'm sure Larry Bird had that rematch circled on his calendar because he ended up with 33, 8, and 7 and blew MJ out.
Bro, bro told some his revenge game like Bird just went crazy. They damn near had the same stats. I ain't gonna lie, this bro's a big Bird fan. I can tell because they blew him out, but they damn near had the same exact stats.
By 30 points. Game 4, MJ had an impressive performance with 39 points and 8 assists, but Larry Legend had 44 points and 10 rebounds, but most importantly, a win versus Michael Jordan in his statistically best season ever. And though Michael Jordan didn't face Bird again that year in the playoffs, Jordan did face Isaiah Thomas and the Detroit Pistons. And I'll let Isaiah Thomas tell you exactly how he recalls that year and the rest of the 80s.
So Michael Jordan in the 80s, the best year that he had he was the MVP of the league and the Defensive Player of the Year. I believe that was in 88.
Yes.
We beat them 4-1. I'm gonna say that again. 4-1. They won one game.
May I respond?
And he never beat Larry Bird. He never beat Magic and Kareem. He never won. And all I'm saying is
bro never even got a chance to play Magic and Kareem. What are you talking about, buddy?
80s. What I remember in the 80s, and he never beat Larry Bird. He never beat Magic and Kareem. He never won. And all I'm saying is in the 80s, what I remember in the 80s, It was Philadelphia with Dr. J, Magic, Kareem, Bert, Michael Jordan. He was a non-factor.
A non-factor.
Come on, bro.
Is this your GOAT? But after Isaiah,
Hey, what y'all gotta say in the comments, Jordan fans? I know this. I know. What do y'all gotta say about this? I know y'all got a lot to say, cause bro just called y'all out. He said this is y'all GOAT. I mean, he my GOAT too, but y'all the diehard Jordan fans. So let me know y'all arguments in the comments. I need to hear this. I'm reading every comment on this video. I swear, bro. I'm gonna try to reply to most of them, but I'm reading down there every comment on this video.
Isaiah Thomas swept MJ. He did go on to beat Larry Bird in 6 games. And many people touted the Detroit defense for holding Larry Bird to under 20 points per game. But what many don't include...
Larry didn't average at least 20 per game? What are we talking about here? Jordan was definitely probably averaging 40 that series.
Story is that Larry Bird was noticeably injured with painful bone spurs in both feet.
Okay.
So only because of injuries, for the first time in 5 seasons, Larry Bird would not make the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Starting the following year, Larry Bird had season-ending surgery on both feet after playing only 6 games. But sadly, it only got worse. Because that following offseason, Larry Bird broke his back and was never the same again.
That's crazy.
But even as Larry Bird's entire body betrayed him, for some reason, he always played well against Michael Jordan. Almost like he had a personal vendetta against Jordan. And I think I know why. When Michael Jordan was in college, he actually played an exhibition game against Larry Bird. Jordan and a bunch of college players, while preparing for the 1984 Olympics, faced Larry Bird and a bunch of NBA stars. The goal was to toughen the college kids up before they headed to the Olympics. So during pre-game warm-ups, when Jordan chased the loose ball to the other end of the court, Larry Bird picked the ball up. But instead of handing it to Jordan, Bird kicked the ball over Jordan's head to the opposite end of the court.
That's crazy.
And I guess you could say Michael Jordan took that personally.
Now look at Mossy. Really? Oh, so that's how you're going to play it. You going to do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. And it became personal with me.
Michael Jordan dominated that game. A young Michael Jordan actually carried a team full of college players past a prime Larry Bird and a bunch of NBA players.
It's tough.
Michael Jordan won the battle.
91-78. Bro, if that happened to Team USA today, come on, bro. The headlines would be crazy.
But Larry Bird won the war. I think Larry Bird took that loss.
That don't even look like Bird. That's Joe Bird. That ain't Larry Joe Bird. That's Joe Bird.
Because Jordan never really got the best of Larry Bird ever again. When Larry Bird finally returned to the court after missing basically an entire season with foot surgery and a back injury, he faced prime Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in a regular season game. The teams went back and forth.
Bagley against Paxson, 10 on the shot clock. Jordan on Bird. Quick
yeah, you better pass. You see Jordan on you.
Larry Bird has KO the read. Jordan steal. Scottie Pippen ahead to Jordan. Michael for the dunk. Bird against Pippen. Bird working on Pippen one-on-one.
That's tough.
Fadeaway.
With 10 seconds to go, it was a tie game. The Celtics had the ball, and the Bulls put their 2 best defenders, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, both on Larry Bird because everyone knows who the ball is going to. And then this happened.
What happened? Hold on.
Let's see if they wind it all the way down.
What happened?
Inside of 10 seconds. Low. You can't double yet. Now you can quickly. First jumper. Good. 3.6 seconds left.
It's nothing you can't contest that, bro.
Point lead.
Everybody in this building had to know it was going on. Michael came over to help out. Celtics lead with 3.6 seconds here, 102 to 100.
A game-winning shot while being double-teamed by both Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Oh, that's Jordan came up late to help. That wasn't really a double team. It was late, but I get what you're saying though, my buddy. My boy.
Two of the best defenders of all time. Somehow the word clutch doesn't even begin to describe the greatness of Larry Bird when the game was on the line. But
oh yeah, I definitely got Larry Bird as the most clutch player ever for sure. Over Jordan in terms of clutch.
Describe the greatness of Larry Bird when the game was on the line. But maybe a quote from NBA Hall of Fame coach,
oh God, not this quote.
Former player Pat
Hold on,
Riley.
let me see if I can remember the quote. I think he said, if I needed the shot to win the game, I'll take Jordan. But I think it's like a shot for the universe. I'm taking Larry Bird. Something like that. Let's see.
In an interview, when comparing Larry Bird and Michael Jordan's clutchness, Pat Riley said this iconic quote, "If I had to choose a player to take a shot to save a game, I'd choose Michael Jordan. If I had to choose a player to take a shot to save my life, I'd take Larry Bird."
Oh, okay.
As Larry Bird was on his last legs and Michael Jordan was starting his dynasty in 1991, Larry Bird mustered up enough strength to battle MJ again in one of the last great duels between the two.
Gamble came up with the steal. Here's Bird.
That shot so chicken.
He was fed on a switch by Jordan, and there 69, Chicago 67. Jordan eluding.
That's even chicken though. That's just crazy.
Reggie Lewis. Larry Bird.
This battle between two all-time greats came down to the wire. In overtime, it was a tie game with 0.4 seconds on the clock, and the Chicago Bulls had the ball.
Pippen now will look to throw
0.4.
4/10 of a second. And here it is, Jordan with
It didn't count.
Yes!
It didn't count.
But it's waved off. Will not count. Mike Mathis said no. Did not
Y'all see how clutch Jordan is though.
Ooh, he almost had it. After Jordan's possible game winner was waved off, Larry Bird, on 4 straight possessions in double overtime, did this.
Jordan.
It's great to hear all these coaches talk about they're really concerned as Bird kicks a little
God.
away. They're really concerned.
Bird
about the
game's so
minutes
smooth,
they
bro.
want to be fresh going into the playoffs until
Overtime number 2.
Like that's just so easy. Who was, hey bro, who was that Horace Grant? Take him off Bird ASAP, whoever that is. He is frying him. Yeah, that is Grant. Yeah, take him off Bird, bro. Please, he's literally getting killed. Getting fried.
The crowd couldn't help but chant the name of the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, alright, buddy. Still got Bron and Jordan over Bird. He number 3 or 4.
The second overtime, and that will do it.
Nah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Jordan really could not beat Bird. Like, that's crazy, but still. He's still not better than Larry's still not better than Jordan.
Boston Celtics in double overtime at the feet of the Chicago Bulls. 135 to 132 in a wild one.
The Celtics held on to win that game, but that year, Michael Jordan won his first championship versus Magic Johnson in the finals, and his dynasty had officially begun.
Larry and I were talking, and Michael walks in, and he says, "There's a new sheriff in town." And we both hit each other like, well, he's not lying.
Larry Bird retired after that next season.
Hey bro, Magic got like the most contagious laugh ever, bro. Like,
but not before he took the court with Michael Jordan one last time. Except this time, it would be on the same team.
Oh, Team USA.
What many would call the greatest team ever assembled. The
Look at this. Nah, this team was crazy, bro. Look at Christian Lattner. Bro was a bust, low key, but team was crazy.
1992 Dream
My boy
Team.
Chris Mullin.
And rebounded by Jordan. Perez may have realized that may be his best opportunity to get an open look in transition. Patrick with the pass that misfired. Jordan with the behind the back save.
What the?
Here's Bird. Yes.
Yeah, these niggas playing around with niggas.
And you just knew that Larry Bird was not going to miss that shot after the great save by Michael Jordan.
Larry, I hate that you retired. Thank goodness. I'm glad. I'm tired of seeing your face. Well, a lot of sad memories to me, but I enjoyed you tremendously. I wish you a lot of luck, and I think you had a very wonderful career, even though you probably ruined a lot of my successful games against the Boston Celtics. And I'll see you somewhere along the road, somewhere playing golf.
Even though he dropped 63, we stepped all in his ass, did we not? I rest my case.
Man, that was a W video, bro. I mean, me personally, I still got Jordan over Bird. This is a good video, though. Like, it probably changed some of y'all minds because Jordan couldn't beat Bird, but still, bro. I don't care how much Jordan couldn't beat Bird. Bird is not a better player than Michael Jordan. It's not. It's close, but it ain't that close. I ain't gonna lie. But man, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this video. Y'all feel like Bird was better? Y'all feel like Jordan better? I want to hear your arguments in the comments. But if y'all enjoyed the video like me, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. If y'all want to support the channel, y'all can join my memberships, man. And I'm out.
I just did a song with EST plus I don't feel none. Tryna get a million. This so freaked I geeked up deep throat. She won't eat my children. She like Jeffy Dahmer. I had thoughts my